Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have to start with a little confession. I have been losing a sense of time. I actually thought it's 24th of December today and I was ready to give you my wishes for Christmas, but we're gonna save it for tomorrow. We have 23rd today, it's Saturday. All those businesses here, all those offices and the buildings that I've showed you before, and those buildings are closed. It's weekend and people are getting ready for tomorrow and the 2 days after tomorrow. Tomorrow I will give you a little bit more information how we celebrate this in Poland, because it's a little different in some countries. Just a reminder, on Thursday, so the day before yesterday, I had a great live stream with Scott Ritter. And I'm very, very grateful that Scott appears on my channel, especially the last live stream. He was coming out from some kind of flu or something, and I wasn't sure if he will be able to do it, but he's a Marine, he's a trooper, and he showed up. So if you haven't seen that live stream, make sure to check it out. You can find it, as always, on the main page of my channel under the category of life. So things have been happening. I have not been reporting about this situation with Polish TV station Telewizja Polska, channel number 1. I remember times when we had only 2 channels in Poland, number 1 and number 2. I don't really want to go into it too much because, in my personal opinion, this is not, again, as it looks like on the surface. I think it has been, how will put it this way, there are certain people who knew about it from both sides, and I think this has been created for many reasons, and one of the reasons is also to distract us from something much more important that has been taking place on the 20th of December, which is a pact, an agreement about illegal immigration. This is what European Union is pushing forward, and I will read you that. But before I do that, which I think is much more important, because we have been distracted as always, look over there. Meanwhile, the most important event is taking place somewhere else. But we go into the European Union and what happened on the 20th, which is a few days ago. But I want to start with Radosław Sikorski and his visit to Ukraine. I think it was about a week ago when I posted that video where I was saying what visits will take place first, will be first from the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Poland. And that statement was made by the spokesperson of the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Poland, and was mentioned then 2 countries will be first. Actually, Washington, United States, was the country number 1, and then it was Ukraine. Well, it looks like Ukraine is much more important in this moment. So Radosław Sikorski, even before the end of the year, he already went there. Who is Radosław Sikorski? Many of you already know. At this moment, he is the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Poland. And I'm going to read you an article in which he speaks about what has been accomplished and his opinion during this visit, what were the key points about this visit, and I think we will go through this. The link to this article, as always, you find in the description box down below this video. So let's start with this. Radosław Sikorski's visit to Kiev. What did he establish in Ukraine? It turns out that the money is not a problem. This is the title of this article, and it goes like this. Minister of Foreign Affairs Radosław Sikorski concluded his visit to Ukraine on Friday, December 22nd, which is yesterday. On the same day, in the evening, he explained on TVN24, this is the news channel owned by the United States, by the way, or actually all the media is owned, we know by who. So on the same day in the evening, he explained on TVN24, TVN24, what our Polish eastern neighbors need to fight the Russians what they need to fight the Russians invaders. So he explained what is needed to fight the Russians. He summed up his visit to Kiev briefly. He stated that he went there to express the solidarity of the Polish nation and the Polish authorities with Ukraine, which is defending itself and the whole of Europe. I will jump into this, in between those words, with my own commentary, if you're okay with this. How he can express the solidarity of the Polish nation. Authorities, perhaps yes, but the Polish nation, if this latest survey that has been done, yes, I know it's not on every citizen of Poland, but in this latest survey, it was said that the relations between Poland and Ukraine, 80% of the respondents, they said they are bad. So, just a side note here. Oh, okay, where I was. As he emphasized, he met there with the entire leadership of the Ukrainian state, which, in his opinion, indicates appreciation of the role of Poland in the fighting for Ukrainian independence. He stressed that the new Prime Minister, new/old, Prime Minister Donald Tusk, played a key role in the start of negotiations on Ukraine accessions to the European Union, because the day before his arrival, quoting Sikorski, everyone is convinced that it will not be decided. He explained that what is currently needed, so here's the key point, what is currently needed to pivot Vladimir Putin's military triumph in Ukraine is this. Now quoting him, Ukraine needs equipment and ammunition. As the West, we are 20 times richer than Russia, but it has switched its industry to war. So he said that Russia switched his industry to war. Sikorski explained that war is won by production. It is necessary to coordinate the efforts of countries within the European Union to produce more equipment and ammunition for our needs, and Ukraine. One second, I dropped this page. He added that one thing particularly surprised him, quoting him again, Ukraine produces sea and air drones, which we do not have. It has missile technologies, and we are a safe production base, meaning Poland, right? Or maybe Europe. I think he meant really Poland here. So far, there has been no such a cooperation, but there should be. Yeah, I think he meant Poland here. He said empathically. So he said this empathically. This is how it's stated in the article. So Sikorski is an empath, if you don't know. Is he an empath? Put in the comments down below. Empaths we know. Anyway, he also emphasized that the current problems with providing support to Ukraine from the United States and Europe are a temporary issue. Again, quoting him, I have the impression that this money will go to Ukraine. This is a matter of their internal negotiations. There will be a little delay, but the money will be there, he said about the United States. So he knows already that the US will provide the money. Now, talking about this, what he said about exactly his words about production, right? Production for the war. War is won by production, his words. So, what they want to do? They want to turn every economy here, every production industry, into war industry, right? So we are living, and again, in a twilight zone. Is it like 1939 or something like that? Kind of. So guys, that's how it looks like, what they want to do. Not only to produce stuff here, every other industry can be just going down, but not the military industry and producing the weapons and ammunition. And who will be doing this? Guess. Who will be the production worker? For sure, those illegal immigrants that the European Union is so eager to bring to European Union countries. December 20th will go down in history. This is an article from a few days ago, and I haven't been recording a video, but I think I want to really focus on this now, because this is the day when we had all this drama with Polish television and Polish channel news. Telewizja Polska. That was, yes, absolutely pro-law and justice. So we have these parties that has one channel or another channel that's like, I mean, it's not just in Poland. You know how it goes. And again, this is not two different parties. At the end, this is like Republicans and Democrats. It's all the same. It just looks different on the surface. So December 20th will go down in history. This is the title, A New Pact on Migrants. European Union countries have struck a deal. The President of the European Parliament, Roberta Metsola, it's her name, who, by the way, is from Malta. So those of you who don't know much about Knights of Malta, I recommend you to do the research. Just saying. Yes, she is from Malta. What did she say? One second, I put this here. She said this on her Twitter or X post. This is the President of the European Parliament. After 3 years of debates, the EU has now agreed on the migrants issue. 3 years of disputes and debates seemed doomed to failure at times. However, European countries develop a unified position on the reform of migration policy. It's a magic. It happened. The agreement, which was reached on Wednesday in Brussels, is provisional and still needs to be formally ratified. So it's almost done, but not quite. But it's done. It's just not executed yet. According to the Euronews, the talks, which began on Monday afternoon last week, lasted through Tuesday and ended on Wednesday, and they were intense and required a huge compromise. I wonder how they compromise, what tools they use for those compromises. Negotiations focused on specific arrangements, including periods of protection and detention of migrants by European countries, procedures for unaccompanied minors, so those minors who have no one that's protecting them, no one that's their company, their search and rescue operations, as well as border protections. Not gonna read you the whole thing, you find the link down below this video, but what I want to say here is this. I have 3 reflections, my personal reflections, why they are pushing this so much. It's gonna look like this. If the country is not agreeing with this, with taking those migrants, they have to pay money daily. I forgot already the number, what was the number, how much the country has to pay if they don't take those people in, okay? And Poland will be definitely taking those people in. It will be a mess. And why I think they are doing this, I written this down so I don't forget, because those thoughts came to my mind first. I think there are 3 key reasons, in my personal opinion, why European Union is doing this. Well, first of all, this is the cheap labor, which means, I just said, the production for the ammunition or other things, which means those people will be working for all those corporations that are ultimately killing the small businesses. And when the small businesses are dying, the middle class is dying. And that's what they want. So this is one aspect. Another one is to create the chaos. And this chaos has like 2 ways, 2 different interpretations from me. On one side, this chaos is because when they create chaos, they have more justification to implement much more totalitarian regimes and have full control of citizens in all those countries. So chaos actually serves them. As they say, create order out of chaos. So that's one aspect. And the second one, through this chaos, as you know, many children, many people, they will be able to, again, benefit, have a great opportunity with human trafficking, the most profitable business in the world. And I was thinking about this actually today as well, because when you look at how they are brainwashing children, not just in US but in the Western countries, they are creating already this in subconscious mind of people how to behave, how to be a pedophile, how to be okay with having sex with children. So they are creating potential future customers already. This is how I see it. I know it's very harsh when I'm saying this, but this is the reality. And it might take some time, but once it clicks in, they are already creating the customer base. It sounds horrible, but that's what's happening in my opinion. Guys, I will finish this video here. It's actually very windy, very cold. And I will see you tomorrow. Last video before Christmas. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for clicking the likes, for sharing, for subscribing, for leaving the comments. And all the links to find me, my Instagram, Buy Me a Coffee, Locals community. If you want to become a member and supporter, means a lot as well. Join my mailing list just in case to stay in touch. Lots of love. And remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. Bye everyone.